Mr. Harmless here. Thank you for joining me for another episode of your Channel 2 News. Channel 2 News. The news where we always do our duty. Hey, Mr. Harmless here, and we are doing another episode of your Channel 2 News. Today is December the 1st, 2020. It might be December the 2nd for you. You're supposed to watch this homeroom video on Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. This is episode number 22 of these homeroom videos. You know, when I started the school year, I had no idea that I would be the homeroom video guy. No clue. No clue at all. This would be part of my life, but I really enjoyed it. I hope you have too. I really do. A while ago, I promised some office hours times. I'm going to retry to do that. I've had all kinds of issues trying to get that to work, but I'm going to try to get that going again. Office hours, 2 o'clock. Before the end of this video, I'm going to put up my join code. I specifically would love to do some math help. If you're struggling with math and you need some help with your math, that's my specialty. I taught math for 19 years, and so I'd love to help you with some math. So before the end of this episode, I'll put that code up if you want to join my Google Classroom and then join my office hours at 2 o'clock. I'm going to try to do that every day this week. If I don't, I apologize in advance. I get little interruptions all the time, so I'll do the best I can. Anyway, this is week 13. We're getting close to Christmas time, and I hope you enjoy this episode of your Channel 2 News. Don't have a lot for you today. A couple of announcements at the most, and that's about it. I don't think I have time to do a funny skit. I'm actually recording this morning. I got to get this uploaded, so I apologize. I don't know if I'm going to have anything funny for you today, but maybe we'll have some office hours later. Okay, here's your week. Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, Friday. Regular week. I have nothing else to say about this. If you'd like to join the virtual Viking roundtable, I'll be on there. Actually, I joined it one of the times that we've had it. The next one up is Tuesday, December 8th. It goes from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And so we'd love to have you join in. It's the virtual Viking Roundtable. Let me tell you how you can join that. I have here, wait a minute, it's over here. There you go. So the URL, tinyurl.com, Y4VSX7JV. You can type that in to the browser, join that for the web version. Facebook, the meeting link will also be posted on the DHS Facebook page on December 1st at the end of the school day, so you can get the link there. You can request an email invitation from Mr. Bretz. Email Mr. Bretz, bretzj@danville118.org. You can submit a question ahead of time. There's the URL for that, tinyurl.com/Y34L4FXP. You can also contact me. I will give you any of this information if you email me at harmlessm@danville118.org. Hope to see you there. Well, as promised, here is my Google Classroom code. If you want to join my Google Classroom, hopefully you know how to join a Google Classroom by this point. I will have office hours at 2 o'clock today if you want to join me. And I'll try to do that every day this week. Like I said, I like to focus on math questions, not just chit-chat. I'm not much of a chit-chatter. Just going to give you a heads up. Not much of a chit-chat person. I don't do, well, the weather outside. well, gosh, the weather outside is it's getting a little cold out now. I don't do that very well. Now, if you want to get on and you want to chit chat and just tell me all kinds of things, I'll nod my head. I'll go, and I'll be genuinely interested. Okay, well, that's interesting, but I don't have a whole lot to say, believe it or not. Now, you can join me, office hours. Now, if you join that Google Classroom, okay, I've hesitated whether or not I should tell anybody this, but I've started okay, so there are books that are called public domain. And unless I'm wrong, a public domain book, the copyright rules are not the same. And so I can read a public domain book as like an audio book. I can read it. And so I started doing that. And I found an old public domain book. It's by a guy named George MacDonald. So if you've heard of J.R.R. Tolkien or C.S. Lewis, George MacDonald is kind of the forerunner of those guys. So he has a book, he has a few old books, but one of them is called The Princess and the Goblin. And I've never actually read the whole book, and so I thought, I'm going to read this book, and I'm going to read it, record myself reading it. So if you'd like to listen to that, I have links for that in my Google Classroom, and you can listen to that and hopefully enjoy it. I tried to do some voices. I mean, it's got goblins in it, right? So I tried to do some voices for that. I don't know how the story is going to end, so I'm finding out as I'm reading it. I'm trying to do a chapter a day for you guys if you just are bored and want something to listen to. But I hadn't advertised it yet, so I'm getting ready to do chapter 10. And so I do have a few chapters up. The chapters are real short. It's a real simplistic kind of book, just a fun little story. But if you're like super bored and you're like, I have no idea what to do right now, you can listen to my audiobook version of The Princess and the Goblin by George MacDonald. Anyway, feel free to join my Google Classroom, and I'd love to be able to help you out with some math. And I've had less discipline to deal with, obviously. And I was doing a lot of computer technical help with teachers, but that's tapered off a little bit. And so I'd like to expand my time to helping you guys out. So feel free, hop on, ask me some math questions, and we'll have a good time. Thank you for watching another episode of your Channel 2 News. If no one else has told you today that they love you, I do. I love you guys and miss you guys, and can't wait to have an opportunity to be back in the building, hopefully in the spring. That's what I'm hoping for. And I'll be hoping and praying for that, right? Love to get back together again. Love you guys, and hope to see you soon.